Grow Pittsburgh is a nonprofit organization. We were established in 2005 and we are dedicated to all things urban agriculture. Our mission is to demonstrate, teach, and promote responsible urban food production. And we like to say that we do that in two primary ways, by growing food ourselves and by teaching others how to grow food. Grow Pittsburgh was founded in 2005 by 3 urban farmers who recognized that organizations like this were popping up in cities across the country, and Pittsburgh did not necessarily have a dedicated urban agriculture organization. So thanks to their vision, many years later, we are now a very thriving organization with a number of programs and a commitment to continue encouraging urban agriculture around the region. Our 5 programs are the Edible Schoolyard program, our summer internship program, our community gardening program called City Growers, Braddock Farms, our 1-acre production farm, and the Frick Greenhouse, which is an organic greenhouse at the Frick Art and Historical Center. Within our 5 programs, we really try to hold true to those tenets of growing food and teaching people how to grow food. At the Edible Schoolyard, we work with public elementary schools and elementary schools around Pittsburgh to teach elementary school kids about what it means to grow and eat healthy food, largely through school gardens that exist right on school property.
In the Edible Schoolyard, we're trying to change 3 things. We're trying to improve the students' physical health, we're trying to improve their behavioral health, and we're trying to improve their academic learning. So we're teaching kids about how to grow their own food. We believe that if kids grow their own food, they will eat it.
I really am very proud of the school having a garden here for the children, because half of these kids do not know where their vegetables come from. They all think they just come out the store, but they got to come off a farm or a garden like this.
Down at the lowest level, we are trying to transform the culture of food, the whole landscape of food in the city. So we are starting with the youngest members of society, the elementary school students who are attending our Edible Schoolyards.
Our community gardening program called City Growers is a collaborative effort between us and the Western Pennsylvania Conservancy. And we're working right now with over a dozen community gardens in different areas around the city and the region to help individuals set up food gardens on vacant lots. And it's particularly geared for people who otherwise wouldn't have a place to grow their own food, or for individuals who are looking for an opportunity to engage more with their own community in an outdoor public way.
The main goal of City Growers is to build capacity. We're trying to make the resources available for people in and around Pittsburgh to be able to grow their own food.
Grow Pittsburgh was great. They came in, they showed us how to harvest different things, how to put different things together. They helped us put this vision that we had on paper, and from there we were able to expand it. And when you look around, you see the different things that Grow Pittsburgh was a part of in helping us build our dream and make our dream come true.
They really showed us the dynamic of growing an actual viable garden, how much space, the depth, what needs to happen and what will happen. It's amazing, and I appreciate Grow Pittsburgh for bringing in not only the grant but the education and the information behind it.
Community gardens are both practically a space to grow food, but they're also a practical space for people to actually connect with each other and grow community as well. It sounds like a cliche, but community gardens grow everything around them.
People that I would never have met or had a conversation with, you meet up here, they look out for your plot, you water theirs when they're gone, you see them out in the community, and that's the first thing you say, hey, how's your garden doing?
It took a community, a group of people to come together, and it kind of brings us back as a community, sharing, talking, laughing, discovering what works, what doesn't work, just helping one another out, and it brings that community feeling back into your community.
You can look around and see a lot of food growing, but that food is representational of a lot of strong community involvement and support and a lot of excited people about this space.
On the growing food side, we have Braddock Farms, which is our 1-acre production farm, where we grow food for the community, but we also grow food for restaurants that we partner with. And we grow entirely organically, which is really important to us.
Urban farming is taking unused land in urban settings, oftentimes places where buildings have once stood that have been torn down, and remediating the soil and making it fertile again, and bringing fresh produce grown in the city to people in the city. And in our case specifically, bringing produce to an area where it's difficult to get fresh produce.
That's what these production sites are about, producing food and then getting it to people in the community, either through sales to restaurants or directly from farm stands.
It's great to be able to harvest stuff today and then have it at our market, which is half a mile away, in less than 24 hours, knowing that you're giving people the best that they can really get. Us being the farmers in town and knowing the community that we're dealing with, it's very rewarding.
The benefits of providing those crops in small quantities and the kind of niche crops that are interesting and unique is that we are providing them probably the day that they're picked. And so that's something that chefs are really interested in.
That's the point of local food for a chef. It's not just to say, oh, this was grown close to us. So that we're really, when we source locally, we're really trying to source from people where it's a collaborative effort, and Grow Pittsburgh's really wonderful in that regard. The quality is always there. It's always ripe. They use varieties of vegetables that are flavorful. You can taste that the soil they're using is really good, built up. The best tasting, produce comes from good soil, and it's just really obvious when you eat their food.
Our summer internship program is based on the importance of seeing the fruits of your labor, of realizing that the work that you're doing is meaningful. It's not just a paycheck that you're bringing home. You're actually growing food that somebody's going to eat.
My favorite part about this is getting to have this experience of working on a farm. Never in my wildest dreams would I imagine that I'd be doing something like this.
The moments that are really the most special during our summer internship program is when we can get the kids, the youth, at the farm stands selling the food to the community, so they see the wonder and the thankfulness of the people who are buying the produce, and that they can feel some pride in their work. They've grown this food.
To really think that I'm working on a farm and that I'm needed here and that I'm actually making this community a better place, it's just breathtaking. You can't put that into words. It's just amazing that I get to come here, harvest food, sell it to people, advertise it, and they're enjoying it. They like it better than anything they find in a supermarket. It's great. I feel like I'm making a difference with everyone here.
I think learning the skills to be able to produce some of that food yourself is a way to just really feel more empowered and more able to provide for yourself. So I think that's one really cool aspect of our organization, is that we kind of plant the seed of the idea in people's minds.
It's gratifying when people are curious and interested in what you're doing.
At the Frick Greenhouse, we grow seedlings and produce, but our seedling sales at the greenhouse are particularly important because we're able to sell to the general public and bring in some dollars for our organization. But we're also able to grow for our projects. We'll grow for the Edible Schoolyard, we'll grow seedlings for our community gardens, and that really enables us to save on some dollars, but also ensure that we know exactly where our food is coming from, all the way to the seed.
It's really great to have the public coming in here and seeing what we're doing on a daily basis. They're able to see vegetables growing, and part of our mission is to demonstrate, teach, and promote urban agriculture. I think it's really important that people start learning how to grow their own food and start to learn how to, just the basics about where our food comes from. Even people just come out, see our sites, see how a tomato plant grows, and if even that just encourages them to, just start one pot, I think that is really important. So.
And by growing food, we get to grow our community, we get to build capacity, we get to reutilize a piece of vacant property that was not producing anything, and now we get to produce gorgeous produce. And that's where we love to see that joy, that excitement, that knowledge being passed on, and ultimately it's going to better our city.
I realized I learned a lot on this farm, but if you really want to just begin the process of becoming an organic eater, becoming a better person, pretty much, just volunteer, because you meet great people who teach you everything you need to know.
The most exciting part of gardening for me is actually watching a pack of seeds that I buy from the store, putting them in the ground and watching them grow. I mean, this had nothing. I really didn't think I could do it. I didn't think it was possible. But to watch my green beans grow and to take them home and cook them, oh my goodness, it is just exciting.
When farms in rural areas are continually being eaten up by development, it's never been more important for folks in a city environment to understand where their food comes from and to know that they can grow that food themselves. They don't even have to go to a supermarket to purchase it. And that's what Grow Pittsburgh is committed to, again, to growing food ourselves and then to teaching others how to grow their own food in an urban environment.
So lace up your work boots,